The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
What's today? Tuesday! Tuesday! You're looking live at Tostitos Championship Plaza, outside Ford Center at the Star in Frisco, Texas, where it is 77 degrees. The high is 79. The low is 61.
Hey, I like these cooler temperatures a little bit.
Me
This is
too.
Good weather right here. That is Shannon Gross. He is Nate Newton. This is Kurt 2 Pump Daniels, because 3 pumps will get you what, Nate?
It will get you a flag.
A flag. In the back is Chris B, keeping us live and local. I am Salt and Pepper Pop. Together, we make Hanging with the Boys, the sports talk equivalent of Braille people.
Feel us when
we speak.
Brought to you by Wingstop, where flavor gets its
Wings!
Shout out
Thank
to
you.
Shout out to Wingstop.
Man.
Eating on that stuff all day long.
Let me ask you this. So,
Whoa. Before you say it, there are very few things, because we've tested the limits,
right.
very few things that we will get taken off the air for. And one of them was one we were talking about before the show started. And we were so passionate, nobody had their headphones on because we were so engrossed in this conversation. So just a reminder, Nate,
We can't say names.
we are not allowed to say
I wasn't going to even talk about that. I was going to ask y'all about something about the weed. I know in the Indian culture back in the old days, and if an Indian person will invite you in, I'm talking about a real Indian here in America.
Boy, we
Native American.
we about to get canceled. Oh, Kurt, we about to get canceled.
Let me read something. I've read up on this.
There are multiple things that we could get taken off the air for, and we're going to probably approach.
You know what? I'll wait till
they
you
just
get
changed
off
the whole
there.
team
You
name.
guys,
Like a
man.
couple, actually.
Anyway.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I'm not
you read up
gonna
When you were
I'm-
invited into a Native American
Yeah,
house.
y'all got me scared to death.
No,
now,
you
so I am not fit to say this because it'll be somebody. Oh, man, I got a chance to get some money off of Nate. I am scared to death. I will talk about it later now. You all are right. Thank you.
Tell us in the break. We'll
Yeah. Is it, okay, that's all right to say that. Okay, yeah. We can look it up. You know, we can Kurt look it up.
There's like, I ain't Googling that on a work computer.
Y'all already had a bad interview.
Oh, man.
Got me scared to death. I'm finna go out here with boldness, boy. Y'all broke me quick.
Boy said, I read up on this. All right, let's go.
Oh, man. Well, one thing we can talk
Wait, you
about.
should have saw how Kurt looked at me. Kurt turned to me and said,
I'm distancing myself.
Kurt looked at me and was like, so you going to stop him or I'm going to stop him? 'Cause
Oh, wow, man. So I will say this because we have their Denver defense tomorrow
Correct.
and our offense.
Correct.
So I'm gonna ask you, Jesse, are we just gonna either just look at the fourth quarter of the New York game or the whole thing?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll take calls today too, right?
Yeah,
888-855-2297. 888-855-2297.
I didn't watch that game. Was it a good game, or was it just did Denver just not show up? They just decided not to wake up till the fourth quarter.
I watched most of this game, and I'm watching it again. You know, you just go through it, and they was making some plays, but number 44 and the Dart kid was just crushing them. On you know, because I've looked at it as just their defense different. But then when the fourth quarter came, it looked like Denver was a better team. You know, like the defense just.
And also
life.
a note coming out of that game that will impact our game.
Greenlaw.
Dre Greenlaw, their star linebacker. We remember Dre Greenlaw from his time in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Currently, right now, he's suspended for the Cowboys game.
That's right.
That's big.
That's
Weird, dude.
big. It's yeah.
What happened? What?
So Christian, I was looking at it in the back. After they kicked the game-winning field goal, he makes a beeline right for the official on the field. And some people are saying it's because that official called one of the officials called a pass interference on the Denver defense that gave the Giants an opportunity, I believe, to score in regulation. Or was it in one of the times? But he had a couple words for that ref and like dressed him down and was like following him and screaming at him. The ref threw a flag for unsportsmanlike conduct after the game was officially over. So the NFL has suspended Dre Greenlaw. Now they're saying he's appealing it. So I don't know if that's going to uphold or be upheld and just be a fine. But right now, especially the way the league is going about this whole sportsmanship and all this kind of stuff, they've been real going hard on that sportsmanship.
I would imagine they'll support their ref.
I would hope so.
I have a question for you guys.
For our sake.
Because I know you can talk bad to other players. Mm-hmm. You can say some really not cool stuff on the field, right, and get away with it. What can you say and not say to a ref? Because baseball, there's a line you can get to a certain thing.
I don't think you can threaten. I think if there was a threat,
can you cuss them?
You can cuss.
I think for a while, at least, baseball, if you dropped the F-bomb, you were tossed.
Like,
I don't know if that's still
probably not. There's a couple other things too, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
See Major League? Bull Durham, that's what it was.
But I think if you're like, if you're saying like, hey, you suck, or, bad call, or horrible call,
BS,
that's bullshit, all that kind of stuff. I think that flies. But I think when it comes to the official, when you look at that particular situation, if the threat's coming, I'll kick your, or I should, if you get personal and stuff like that, or there's some sort of slurs that are thrown in there, I think that's when you kind of cross the line. But in the heat of the moment, I mean, there's a lot of things being said, on the field to one another. And then when a ref makes a bad call, you can see guys foaming at the mouth. Yeah, that's bull, bleep, 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 bleep.
And for the most part, NFL refs are pretty understanding that this is an aggressive, emotional game. And, like, you don't see a lot of, it seems like in basketball, refs get involved sometimes too much in the game. But in football, it seems like unless you do just some bad stuff, like they kind of stay out, spit on somebody, punch somebody, getting in your face and stuff. They seem to stay kind of out of it. So I just wondered what you can say to an actual ref. I know you can dress another player down, but
I would think being one of the side judges, on the sideline.
Oh, you probably hear. Oh, my God.
I bet they get a lot of it
because you're hearing it behind you and in front of you.
My God, like everybody from the sideline, like you, and then even the fans,
and the
fans and the players on the sideline. Yeah,
dude, being a ref for a Philly game in Philly, that's got to be the worst.
And speaking of ref, in that same, in the Seattle game, the second, the Monday Night Football game last night, they had a play where the Jackson Smith and Jigma is taking Stingley Jr. out of bounds, and he gets, pushed into the bench, and you see the referee come flying in to like protect Jackson Smith and Jigma. It's the great Nate Jones, who was a Dallas Cowboys in the Bill Parcells era.
He's a ref?
Yeah, he's an official. Yeah,
wow.
Nate Jones was drafted here by Bill Parcells. He was drafted by Bill Parcells out of Rutgers, Jersey guy. I've known Nate since I've been in high school. So it was cool to see Nate, former player, 7-8 years in the league. Nate played.
Mm-hmm. Well, he jumped right in there too.
Huh?
He jumped right in there.
Yeah, he jumped in there. Nate's, Jersey guy. Let's go.
That's that player mentality taking over.
Yeah, he just jumped in.
Jump in and realize, wait a minute, I don't have pads on or helmet. Like,
Nate's a good dude, man. So I'm
thank you.
Yeah, you are.
He is paying attention. He was tuned out.
And I say this to other people. When people go one name Nate, like when they just go Nate, like for instance, like Nate Thomas, right? Mm-hmm. When people just saying, "Oh yeah, Nate," I was like, "There's only one guy that can go around here by just Nate. He's Nate Thomas. Like we ain't gonna play around with this whole Nate thing." So I messed up my own Nate Jones. Right. There's only one Nate. You got to make sure that you say there's only one Nate.
Yeah, in certain buildings, there's certain names that only one person can have.
Yeah.
All right.
By the way, that's going to cost him quite a pretty penny. I just did the calculations for his salary.
Who?
Greenlaw?
Yeah. You don't want to lose this. At least I wouldn't. $282,000.
Ouch.
for not playing in that game,
That doesn't help you control your emotions. Nothing will.
bro.
You know, almost over $250,000 for, this is the part in time, and I know this for a fact because I felt this. Not that kind of fine, but you lose a job or you lose money and you don't get your money's worth. Like in that moment, he's probably thinking, "I'm gonna cuss this ref out." Then you get suspended for a game and it's $280,000+. He's like,
I should have
I
gone
should have
all in.
punched him. Yeah. I felt the same way. I'm like, I lost my job and I didn't even do nothing. I should have.
I was looking at his breakdown. It says roster per game. You don't think he'd still be on the roster though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So his roster per game is 180,000. So that's a lot too.
I mean, that's
So
still
somewhere around
That'd be additional to
200
that.
grand.
1,000. That's still a lot.
That'd be another jeez.
All right, a lot of injury news updates. It's official. I think we talked about it on the show yesterday with Overshown tweeting, right? Now we have official 21-day windows on multiple people, Kurt.
Yeah. Also Cooper Beebe, which would be nice to get him back there at center. And then the young kid, the rookie, Revel, he has yet to play.
He has a window, Cooper, or is he just coming?
No, it's a window.
Okay.
21 days. So these guys could come back. I think it's the week after the bye, heading into that Vegas game. So I would guess Beebe for sure would be back, but I don't know. Revel, it's hard to tell, and with Revel and Overshown, because I guess they have to, otherwise they're
done for the year.
They're done for the year, but they're both coming back with pretty major injuries. So
You would think those two guys in particular would take the whole 21 days, right? Because they haven't had any football, right?
So,
Yeah.
And then BB maybe a little bit sooner, possibly.
He could come
just
back
because
sooner,
he had some reps in camp
Yeah.
and stuff. So be interesting. Tell me a little bit about this Revel kid, because it seems like there's a lot of excitement. Is that all fan generated?
If anybody can tell you about Revel, they're a fantasy. They're a fantasy. That's all they. I want to go off so bad.
do it,
But-
it.
We can't mention names, so that's why I'm gonna save myself from getting ejected out of this video. I'm gonna watch this film.
he's gunshot.
That's why,
now.
man, y'all got me nervous. If anybody can tell you about this kid, you have to go ask the trainers, because they have had the most hands-on with this kid than anybody, even the coaches. Go ask the trainers.
Okay.
That's all. I'm gonna leave it at that.
All
He
right.
showed a lot of promise in college, but he didn't play a whole lot in college because he's
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. All the hype, is it just Cowboy fans being Cowboy fans?
Well-
You want to see what you don't know?
Coming out of college, he's one of these kids went to ECU, and most people thought that if he got into the transfer portal, that he would have easily been one of the hottest transfer portal commodities out there and went to one of the big time programs. But he decided to forego the money to other big time programs, kept the money that he was making at ECU, stayed at ECU, but then he got hurt at ECU, tore the ACL, and that's where his whole process began. Most people wouldn't believe, the people who do the draft work and all that kind of stuff, that if he had not gotten hurt, he'd have been a first round pick. But due to the injury, that's what made him fall to the third round. So they were looking at that like, man, we got a first round talent in the third round.
Another one of those.
Yeah.
Another one of those guys where an injured guy, you draft him in the third.
'Cause those always
first
work out here.
There's always, and then when he got here, it was supposed to be, all right, we're going to work through this and he's going to be ready. And then there was this weird kind of setback that nobody talked about, but it set him back now because like even now, like you're seeing him in the knee brace and stuff like that, and he was supposed to be back when training camp started in 6 weeks, and it then darn near turned into 6 months since he was supposed to be returning. So there's a lot of potential that people looked at with Revel, but as we all know, man, coming back from that ACL is one of those things where
You never know.
you just never know.
Yeah, and he only played 24 college games at a smaller school, East Carolina.
Yeah.
So it could be a big jump.
So tap the brakes a little bit until
He's
we,
a bit,
till we
he's
see
6'1",
something.
Now, brother.
94, got some speed.
No, get both your feet and stand up on them brakes.
Get both of your feet and
And stand up. Yeah, feet. I'm double whatever S and plural. Get 8 feet. If you're a gorilla, take both hands and paws and step on the brakes.
Did
Do
you
not
say
do this,
take
kid. Like,
both hands and balls?
Pause. Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah.
I was like, you really standing there, man. You put
Because what we normally do to our kids, these are kids. I mean, they're grown men, but they're kids. You will take this kid, you will tell everybody, you will build this kid up, and just like Kurt just said, he's never played a down of NFL football. What if we going to play the Philadelphia Eagles and we just throw him out there? Mm-hmm. Come on now. Hey, man, you got A.J. Brown one-on-one, brother. And all of a sudden, things don't work out well. Now, this dude finna take a lashing, not only from us as media, he finna take a lashing from the fans. Get his kid a chance, man. Get his baby a chance. That we need to stop that, man.
But I think this is one of the guys, when you hear Mr. Jones get on the different platforms and speak about the hope that he has for the future in this defense, it's predicated on he's one of the faces that he's talking about. Of course, he's talking about DeMarvion Overshown, getting him back. But again, this is another guy who's coming off his second ACL injury, who hadn't played football in months. What is that going to look like? And man, nice kid. Like, what a great kid that DeMarvion is. His energy, his attitude is always positive. But physically, what is that? Because he's coming back into a situation very similar to what Nate is talking about, where people are saying, this is the missing piece. He's going to be the piece that we need at that linebacker that's going to set us over the top. And then you're saying, oh, well, Revel's going to be that other piece that we need on the outside and do whatever you're going to do with Trevon Diggs, whether he's here or not. But they're looking at – so now you're taking these two young players who coming off major injuries, and you're putting the weight of the world on their athletic shoulders to perform. And I don't know if that's fair. I don't know if it's a part of the business, and everybody may have a different opinion on it, but it's a lot. It's going to be a lot put on these two very, very specific players, more so than ever because of how grotesque this defense has played this year.
Especially linebacker Overshown. He's the savior.
He is Ray Lewis. Like, it's like almost that Ray Lewis era. I mean, aura that's coming off of, like, he has to be the great eraser of it all. And so that's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure for a young player coming off a major knee injury.
I hope he comes back and has a long and healthy career, because it would break my heart if he had another setback. Yeah. He's such a, like you said, he's such a good guy.
Positive. His energy's always right.
Awesome. Like, I just hope he comes back and has bionic knees and just plays for 15 more years. So, all right, let's take our first break. We'll see if we can get Nate back on track in the break. Tune in to find out if he can say what he was going to say on the second segment of Hanging with the Boys. Be right back.
Cowboys fans, SeatGeek is the only primary ticketing partner of America's team, and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game, so you can be part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Cowboys games or to any other live event in DFW, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. SeatGeek.
How about them Cowboys? Or how about them Tyson Cowboys Nuggets? As we cheer for the stars on the field, we love that we've also got some stars on our plate, thanks to Tyson brand star-shaped Cowboys Nuggets. That, along with all our other favorite Tyson Foods products, sure make game day special. Score some delicious Tyson Cowboys Nuggets and become a game day star, just like our Cowboys. As you enjoy your stars on and off the plate, remember, tailgates and game day have always been Tyson.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details.
Crown Royal and the Dallas Cowboys are bringing back the Royal Rig for Season 2. See it in action at AT&T Stadium on Thanksgiving Day, where the Dallas Cowboys take on the Kansas City Chiefs, and around Dallas on November 26th and November 28th. Visit crownroyal.com to see where else the Royal Rig is stopping this NFL season. That's crownroyal.com. Please drink responsibly.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to the second segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every show by blockchain.com. Thank you, blockchain.com. So Mingo's being added to the roster as well.
Yeah.
Right? Do y'all understand that? Like, what are we going to do there?
I have no idea.
Are we
Carry 6 wide receivers?
That's what
do you need
That's what Jerry said.
6? You really only need 2. That's all you need on this team. 3 if you conclude Turpin. But what do you do? Because somebody's no way you're carrying 6, right?
Where's he gonna play?
Right. Like, what's going on in the wide receiver room? It seems like every year they had Noah Brown for what, 7 years?
It's unfortunate that Mingo he injured himself out of an opportunity, because when he was brought over for a second-round pick, fourth round pick. He was a second-round pick. They brought him over for a fourth-round pick. There was the idea of, hey, big, strong receiver that can go opposite or help out the room opposite of CeeDee Lamb. Mm-hmm. Then he got hurt. And then this year they brought in George Pickens. Well, big receiver, big fast receiver right there. We've filled that need. Then you, with Schottenheimer being here, you've amplified the role of Kevontae Turpin. Well, there's your number 3 now. And then now you brought up Ryan Flournoy, who kind of almost matches you in the measurement category of a bigger, stronger receiver. And then he has his moment where he goes off and has a really good game. And now you're looking at and I argue with people all day. I don't even argue with people. I just tell people all day long. They love Jalen Tolbert. You may not love him, not you guys, but people, you may not love him. They love him over there. Dak loves him. Coaches love him. For whatever reason, you might want him gone, and maybe he's going after this year. Currently, they love the kid.
They always have their players that they love.
So now you don't go 6 wide receivers deep in any football game. Like even last week, and I looked at this the other day on my way home. Ryan Flournoy played 19 snaps. Played 19 snaps against the Washington Commanders. So even in that, bringing CeeDee Lamb back, now George Pitt, he played 19 snaps. And everyone thought like he was about to come in and his role was about to increase. It decreased. He played 19 snaps. And that's the luxury that you have when you got those two.
Do you know how spoiled and how disappointing next season is going to be after watching this circus? Like,
why is that?
Because we have, I'll just say it, the best wide receiver duo in the league right now. True. It used to be up in Cincinnati. It ain't anymore. It is here in Dallas. And then next year we're going to go back to CD, and no offense to these other guys, CD and whoever, right?
And a bunch of maybes.
CD and like Tolbert, CD and Flournoy. And excited to see what the young guys can do, but it's not going to be CD and George Pickens unless they re-sign him, which would be great to watch this for the next 2 to 3 years. We're getting spoiled this year. Mm-hmm. And next year it's going to go back to be like CD. But it's so exciting right now. Like
it is. You talk about that one. There's going to be a couple of moves they have to make this offseason. Javonte, if he continues on, he's headed to 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns. And you look at, like you said, George Pickens. This thing could look a lot different next year because you play on these 1-year deals with the anticipation that it's my turn to go get paid. Yeah. And that's the one thing, and we go through this every single year. Fans act like they spending their money. But wouldn't take the same advice for themselves because they always want players to take a team discount, take a team discount, take a home friendly deal. I'm like, you wouldn't do that if you were working at your job. You never would. And And yes, does winning matter? Sure it does. Sure it does. But I also want to get that life-changing check too, right? Like that, they always tell you it's the second contract that's the generational wealth contract. And so for guys like George Pickens, he CD can talk about all day long, hey man, we want you here. And he's like, yeah, you can say that now because you make $34 million a year. You got your bread. But guys understand it. Like the guys in the locker room, they all understand. Like, hey, we would love to have you here.
They want each other to get paid.
But if that means you took 28 and you could have got 32,
go get the bag. Yeah,
they all understand that. They all understand the business of this thing. And the same thing for Javonte, someone who came into this league, had a really good start, and then had the horrific knee injury. And, he even talked about, I thought I was done. He said, I thought I was done. I thought my football career was over. And that I never kind of would get back to that point. And now that he's there, he's looking at that like, I'm only one bad hit away again from a devastating knee injury. So while I would like to come back here next year and it would be all good and well, I like what they got going on here. If they only trying to give me peanuts and someone else will value my game financially somewhere else, I got to go and get that, especially a running back, a young running back. I got to go. I got even more so than George Pickens, because George Pickens can come back to the table again if you want to. Yeah. He's still a young football player, and the wide receivers just have a longer shelf life than running back. Running backs don't. I mean, they spoil like mayonnaise in the summer sun.
Is there any chance, or does this even make sense? I'm just going to say it. It might be the stupidest thing I've ever said, and I've said some stupid stuff on this show.
Okay, high bar.
Is there any chance See, every once in a while you have a
wow.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Oh my God!
Every once in a while,
you said it. You threw a softball.
Look at him. Look at him.
Threw a softball up there, man.
He's about to take a victory lap around the studio.
Take that victory lap, Kurt.
Go all the way to the player side.
Lord, jeez.
Is there any way with the pieces they have in place on offense right now, Dak would go upstairs and go, you know what?
No.
I didn't think so.
No. You live in.
You didn't even get to finish it.
I didn't. Because he's not no.
That's not that's fantasy.
Okay,
that's fantasy.
They restructure him to.
That's what. That's what I'm saying. Let's figure out how to spread this out.
Oh, restructure him?
Respread it out. And
I thought you meant say he was like, I'll take less this year. No, you can restructure him. The money's not. He's gonna get all of it.
Yeah, right. They'll have to because he's on the books. For
like 70
million or something.
Yeah.
They'll have some voided years. They'll make up some voided years for him next year.
But that's nothing. He wouldn't have to approve of that. They would just say, this is what we're doing, or will he have to say, yeah, you can restructure.
Now they always have to approve it.
Spread it out.
But it's those conversations that's like he knows beforehand. Right? It's like he knows like, hey, when you get to this, and his age is probably, hey, when they get to this year, they're gonna have to move some money around.
Yeah.
And he gets that part. So yeah. It's one of those unspoken, they already talked about it.
Yeah.
And on the front end.
All right. One more thing before we go to break. Talk me off the ledge on this one. Kurt put this in here. Jerry and Shoddy both said the man coverage and blitz was just the game plan for Washington. Is that what they both said in his press conference?
Yeah,
yesterday?
They basically aren't guaranteeing that this is the new norm.
Why?
Well,
good question.
Well, one, this is not his scheme. This is not what Eberflus' scheme is. And then secondly, really good defensive coordinators and offensive coordinators. If you're a coordinator in general, you have multiple styles, right? Like you should be able to go into a fight based on your opponent. You should be able to go into a fight and say, hey, it would behoove us to do this. We'll have more success if we did this. So I think having it, which man coverage is one of those things where you don't have to like, it's man. Hey, you guys, you have him, you have him, you have the back, you have this one. It's not something that you have to consistently work on, but it is something that percentage-wise, like they ran it 48% of the time in this last game against the Commanders. It may not be that high against Denver. It may not be that high against the Chiefs.
But if it worked really well, why wouldn't it be that high?
Because
the situation
doesn't dictate that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're when you go and play the Chiefs, I don't know if you want to be in man-to-man coverage all day long. I just don't think that's a good recipe for success. I think having a good blend of it.
It's not a good recipe.
It's not a good recipe for success. Right?
It's not going to work.
When you play Detroit, I don't know if that's a good recipe for success. Mixing it in, right? But you kind of want to, you just don't want to have that. Certain teams you can go, oh, they're down, they're 3-4 guys that they can't pass the ball. You know what? I like our chances here. Let's go heat the quarterback up. And maybe the same thing this week. But they're going to have a challenge on the outside. Denver has some players on the outside. So I think a good mixture of it is okay.
But is it more predicated on – because I would think a zone against Mahomes, he would just pick you apart, all those openings. But
Yeah, but you going to try – who running with Xavier Worthy?
Yeah.
Who gonna run with him while Mahomes back there doing this? And you think that, I've been covering for 4 seconds. Then all of a sudden now Mahomes like this, and then he goes and throws it 60 yards.
The thing what Jesse said last week that was just so right is against the better quarterbacks, you want to play man against these elite or almost elite receivers, you talking about big play after big play. The better the receivers get, and the better your quarterback get, you better off in zone. Because now you just come up and make the tackle.
Right.
Just be where you're supposed to be and hope that on a 13-play drive, we can get 2 or 3 bad plays to get you off the field. But if you want to play that game where you try to man up on them corners and bring your safeties on their second or third receiver, which is a tight end that is elite, we know that's not going to happen. We know that it shouldn't happen. I don't know how they would do over there, but I'm with Jess. The better the quarterbacks, the better the receivers, you better get back to save yourself.
Yeah,
you know.
Like I said, there's ways you can mix it in, but to do it 50% or more times, I think that's setting yourself up for trouble.
Is there part of you guys that, because I think the game would have been, I still think the Cowboys would have won, but I think it would have looked a lot different if Jaden Daniels hadn't gotten hurt. There's part of you that wishes he would have been in the whole game just so you could have got a better feel of what this defense, if they made improvements or not, because they're down the 3 wide receivers. The quarterback goes out, second quarter?
And that's the thing about you can't line people. You can't predict injuries.
Right.
So you have to play the game for what it is, being aware of what happened. See, when we came in, Jess, I'm speaking for both of us. When we came in, we was kind of on the same page. Great job, defense, for where we were on this day, this Sunday. You know, for the people that selling fantasy, do what you do. I'm through trying to knock others to do the right thing. But they were missing their top 3 receivers. They're at an all-time high in drops. They had Zach Ertz was the only legit guy on that field.
100-yard and penalties.
So, and that was an all-time high. When they hit 9 penalties, they did a little thing, all-time high for the Washington team. We beat them. We played the most complete game we've played to date. I am happy for that. Can you put 10% on that and go to Denver? So I'm not on any illusions. You know, normally when we come in there on a victory Monday, I can't be controlled, but I can see too. You know, I can see, I mean, am I speaking?
You're
wrong?
right.
I can see too now.
You're right.
All right, let's take our last break. When we come back, more football and Hanging with the Boys.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/Cowboys.
Crown Royal and the Dallas Cowboys are bringing back the Royal Rig for Season 2. See it in action at AT&T Stadium on Thanksgiving Day, where the Dallas Cowboys take on the Kansas City Chiefs, and around Dallas on November 26th and November 28th. Visit crownroyal.com to see where else the Royal Rig is stopping this NFL season. That's crownroyal.com. Please drink responsibly.
Cowboys fans, SeatGeek is the only primary ticketing partner of America's team and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game, so you can be part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Cowboys games or to any other live event in DFW, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. SeatGeek.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to the final segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every show by 7-Eleven, where there's a $5,000 winner every single day. Shop with 7 rewards and play the in-app game for a chance to win $5,000 in cash. New daily cash winners only at 7-Eleven. Are you next? No purchase necessary. Ends 1/6/2026. U.S. and D.C. ages 16 and over. For full official rules and free gameplay, go to 5k-day.com/rules. All right, Kurt.
Yeah.
Where you want to go with this last few minutes of the show? Last 7.5 minutes.
Let's see.
You had some questions about number 7, didn't you?
Yeah.
I'll let you ask it.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get in this.
No.
No.
Maybe I shouldn't have.
No,
Maybe
go
I should
ahead.
take Nate's.
Where you shooting Tron today?
Well, I guess it's kind of everybody's sort of wondering, do the Cowboys have a Trevon Diggs problem?
Yes.
And I'm with you with a big Y. E-S. I'm with you, capital letters. Yes, it's a problem.
Is it any coincidence that they maybe played a little better in the secondary last week when he wasn't in there, or is that just that shouldn't be read into that?
That's opponent. I think that's
That's the opponent, yeah.
That's opponent because if you go back and you watch, I know they had Traquez out there and he didn't do, he wasn't bad, but that's opponent.
Okay.
That's opponent. But to answer the first part of it, yes. When you have one of the players that you depend upon to come out there and to start and to play at a high level who is not there, who has been very vocal in the media about the scheme. We've all detailed the back and forth that he and the front office have had all off season, due to the location in which he wanted to rehab in. It cost him $500,000 in bonuses or incentives. Excuse me. Yes, there is an issue there. There is an issue there, and this latest thing doesn't help that. No. Whatever it is, because I've been a part of this team and covering this team for 15 plus years. It feels somewhere around there. I've never seen it. I very rarely do you see anything so airtight on a player. Yeah. Like that nobody has anything to say. We were talking about it earlier. I'm like, even when, like, they're not used to, they still do it, but like, a lot of make me feel good. Like I was around here when remember when Dez cut his hand real bad? Mm-hmm. They were like, oh yeah, Dez cut his hand because he was cutting carrots. Now, we all knew. At least I'll speak for me. I knew there was a damn lie. I knew it was a lie. And most of you in the media knew it was a lie. But you gave us something. There was something that we can go and say, oh, well, they lied to us. But at least we got an explanation why your star player wasn't going to play in this game. we got a concussion. Okay, how? And nobody has anything to say about it. Nobody? There's no, hey, Trevon was in the house and, slipped out of the shower.
Yeah, somebody said home repairs. I can't remember who said that, but
he's doing manual labor? Come on. Trevon Diggs ain't doing no manual labor, guys. I don't make a quarter of the money that Trevon Diggs makes. I got a handyman. I'm not doing no manual labor. I got a handyman. Shout out to John. I got a handyman. People come and cut my grass. I got an electrician. I got people for the garage door when that breaks down. I got AC and heat. He's not doing manual labor. Let's stop that. But normally we get a lie just to make us feel good. Yeah. And I'm okay with lying to make me feel good from time to time. Protect my feelings. But just give us, when you don't have anything, it's a problem. It's when it's a player where you've seen the open back and forth between he and ownership, it kind of gives that feeling of not again, another thing with him. It's this, it's that. So you have a problem. I'm not saying it's a big problem or a little problem. It's a problem. There is a Trevon Diggs problem that's going on in this organization.
Which is disappointing because he was such a star player, right? I mean, they paid him a bunch of money because he was a cornerstone. But I guess the injuries maybe have just caught up with him.
Sometimes, I told you guys this before, sometimes this game takes far more away from you than you're willing to give. And every time you go under the knife, you don't come back whole. You come back a portion of yourself. You try to work yourself to the best of whatever the portion is left. But
that is a player telling you this. A player, you never be the same. It may, and depending on how young you are, how quick you can recover, you may think, oh, he's better than ever. No. He's just young. And so, and then if you don't rehab right, and now your confidence wane, you could be hiding, your lack of confidence, So but that's bothersome, man, because we all thought 3 years ago, but we had the next it. Mm-hmm. And he could still be that it, but we don't know because he's not showing up on the field.
Well, hopefully he'll be back at practice tomorrow, but we don't know.
Yeah, they said yesterday he came in, yesterday sent him home. That. It's things like that. You're just like, wait, so there was nothing y'all can do here to help? And I don't know all the protocols for rehabbing or doing what you got to do to get out of concussion protocol. But when you hear he showed up to the facility and they sent him home, you're like, okay. And then nobody says anything. Like even Mr. Jones was on the radio this morning, 105.3 The Fan. And he was talking about it. He was very cavalier. This is very, very just dismissive of it. And you would think from a player that you really want and need and hope would help your football team, you would be more like when he talks about like DeMarvion Overshown or some other guys, there's a little bit more zest and zeal that he talks about him with. This one, he was kind of like.
It seems like just from exactly what you said, you can tell when the organization is still invested. It doesn't seem like
it doesn't feel invested. Like that. No, it doesn't.
Because you would give a little bit more context.
Yeah, like
Jerry goes in. Hey, he's doing okay. We talk to him.
Yeah, he's with our trainers, man. We're doing everything that we can, and But it's just been like
it is what it is.
Sometimes the word.
I dwell on it.
Sometimes the word.
When has Jerry not dwelled on anything?
Yeah. Sometimes the word is simple. Something when it comes from the top, we ain't talking about this.
Yeah,
promise you.
We ain't talking.
Ain't that right, Chris? We ain't talking about this.
Where you been, Chris?
Yeah.
We ain't talking
about this. Working. Very vague. Working.
Yeah. All right, fellas. Well, we succeeded in not rehashing the Washington game very well today.
Yeah.
We did.
And he canceled the calls, y'all. My partner sitting next to
we didn't have any, and I just wasn't going to give the number back out because I was enjoying talking to y'all today.
Okay, all right.
Jesse, good stuff. Nate, good stuff. Kurt.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for contributing today.
Oh,
you had some zingers. You had some zingers, man. You saved Nate's life. You had a funny one for me. Yeah. Chris, thanks for keeping us on the air. Josh, thanks for keeping him company. Tomorrow, Cowboys offense, Denver defense.
Yes.
All right, we'll be back tomorrow on Hanging with the Boys.
We out.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!